Google Christ, Google Christ consciousness. Google Christ consciousness. And because a lot of what they teach you in these churches and a lot of what they teach you and a lot of what you've been taught, especially if you're in America or even if you just know about Christianity, bro, a lot of what you've been taught is a simple down watered version that's more swallowable for people to digest. You have to educate yourself. Christ consciousness, bro. Google Christ consciousness, bro. Like Google oneness, bro. You gotta Google these things, how to raise your vibration, because this world is programmed to destroy you and separate you from God, bro. This is the devil's world, bro. In the end, we win. In the end, he is already defeated. I promise you, he is. But until then, you got to learn how to prepare yourself and arm yourself by reading the Bible. People think that reading the Bible is like some magic is going to happen, bro. No, bro, you gotta fight, bro. It's a war, bro. We at war, bro. It's spiritual warfare. We're at spiritual warfare right now, bro. Like, Christ is the way out. Jesus is the way out. Oneness is the way out. Consciousness and oneness is the way out, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm already hip. And I be suffering. I be going through depression because I'm already hip and I already know these things. And it's hard. It's hard to live in this world. People think you crazy. People look at you like you crazy. When people treat you like you normal, like you ain't nobody. That's what's going to happen, bro. When you read the Bible, bro, you going to hear all these stories about people that was nobody. God will make your enemy your footstool. He will use them as your footstool. Do y'all know what a footstool is? You kick your feet up. Like, and he will do that. And I've had that happen for me personally. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro, it's no way out, bro. It's a trap, bro. And everybody being blinded by what they see on the internet, bro. Like, I be losing my mind just trying to just cope with dealing with seeing all this crazy stuff. Like, it ain't no peace out here, bro. It's peace within, bro. It's peace with God, bro. When you think about it, look. When you think about it, you close your eyes, right? You are your only connection to God, bro. You are your connection to God. You can't get to God through no other way than within, or Jesus, or however you want to put it. You cannot get to God. You cannot talk to God through nowhere else than within. When you close your eyes and you pray, where do you think you sending your prayers to? People think up in the sky. God is up in the sky. God is not up in the sky. The closest you can get to God is within yourself, bro. God is not out here. The source of God is not out here. The source of God is in your heart, bro. It's through love, bro. That feeling, to me, God is that feeling when your heart light up, when your eyes light up, when you think of all your dreams and you think of your family and you think of your kids and you think of your mama and that feeling that just feel like real warm inside, bro. That to me is when God is speaking to me, bro. That's when I hear him the loudest. And sometimes it's so important to sit. You got to take what has helped me with my depression. I take 15 to 20, sometimes 30 minutes just sitting there, vibrating on a level of imagining all the things I love, all the things that make my heart warm, all the things that just feel good, like genuinely good, so good. And I sit there and I just vibrate on that energy, tune into that frequency. That's the frequency of love. That's the frequency of peace, bro, which conquers all other frequencies. You know you mastered life and you mastered yourself when you can just tune into that frequency and stay at that frequency and things being thrown at you. Love is stronger than that. For a while, I felt like God was far away from me. I just came to a realization that he isn't far away from me, and that he's been here the whole time. And I feel like for a lot of people, what can make you start to feel like God is far away from you is your perspective on God. And I think it's really just your lens and the way that you see God and the way that it's really you who's far away from God and far away from understanding God versus God being far away from you, and him understanding you. I feel like a lot of things can get in the way of the way you see God. Like fear, worry, stress, doubt, all negative emotions, low vibrational emotions. will get in the way of the way you see God. I had to grow to learn that God is so much bigger than your emotions, so much bigger than the way you feel and the way you see him. Because if you hear watching this right now, then God is close to you. He's with you. And it's just that you just don't see that because of the level of vibration that you're on and the lens that you're looking at it from. But see, you start to realize after a certain point, you don't have to reach to God. God is already here. God is already within you. God is already here. God is already there. You know, and it's just like, I think to change the lens so that you can, people who pray and feel like they don't hear God or feel like they don't see God and they don't feel God, etc., etc. I think it's just, and it might sound cliche, but it's like, you have to be, I think the best way for me, at least what worked for me is trying to understand God and pursuing God for me to come to the understanding that God is already here. And I feel like God is the source, and what we start to do like throughout our lives is we start to build these layers of fear, these layers of stress, these layers of depression, these layers of sadness, these layers because things happen to us. And we allow these things to drown out God's voice and God's presence. But once you start to strip away from these things or even shift your focus, then you can begin to really feel God. You can begin to vibrate on a higher level. And I feel like the way to do that is like gratitude. Gratitude is so very important. I cannot stress how important gratitude is. And that sounds so cliche, but quite honestly, gratitude, because there is so many things. There's two sides to every single coin. You have a choice to make. When you're dealing with any situation, there is good and bad in every situation. But it just depends on what lens you decide to see it from. But when I say gratitude isn't just being grateful and being thankful. To me, when I say gratitude, I mean seeing the side of the coin that is positive and optimistic. Everything that happens to you can either be seen as a lesson or a failure. You get what I'm saying? You can see everything from two scopes. I've been learning, honestly, lately, I've been learning a lot about like alchemy. And alchemy is just basically, to my understanding, and don't take, my word as concrete, but it's just like, basically, how do I put it? What's the word? Like, alchemy is kind of like transmuting a certain energy. So like something bad can happen to you, and you can either, when that happens to you, you can, basically energy is contagious. So some negative energy comes at you, and you, soon as it hits you, right in that moment, you have a decision to make. It's the easy route is to take whatever just happened to you and amplify it. And just repeat what just happened to you. And maybe not in the same way, but energetically it's repeating what just happened to you versus transmuting it into something good. Love conquers and destroys. It conquers and destroys and is stronger than any other energy. Love is the highest frequency.